Hi there, and welcome back to I tell you about what has happened in my Sims 3 game. This is the story of my legacy family called the Themes. The reason they're called the Themes, as I mentioned in the first episode, is because for every generation I will name the kids based on a theme that I pick. So I made their last name Theme for that reason, and I have started calling this the Theme Legacy, even though it's not like I'm doing a specific legacy challenge that has been established. I'm just playing the game and making it a legacy basically, but I'm just playing the game like I would normally. Just like I said in the last episode, if you're interested in checking out the family tree I created for this family, I will leave a link to it in the description below. It is, again, like I said, going to contain spoilers for who and what might happen. So check it out if you want, or wait until I've made enough videos to catch up if you want. Either way, I will leave a link to it. And I will also leave a link to the previous episode. So if you haven't checked out the 2 episodes that I've already posted, you can do that. And I've put them in a very convenient little playlist for you if you want to watch all of them. So it's not that long of a watch, so I suggest you watch that before you watch this one if you want to have any chance of understanding where these people are and what they're coming from. So without any further ado, let's get into talking about the screenshots. We ended up on a pretty positive note for Candy herself last episode, but we are actually going to take a brief vacation with her daughter Lily now. Lily decided to go to Egypt on her own, and she was super excited about it. She tried some of the food, so she's eating falafel here. Made friends with the cashier, I guess. She saw the snake charmer, but her excitement kind of died a little bit because she realized that she had sleep outside, and Lily actually hates the outdoors. And I guess she didn't realize she was traveling to a city in Egypt where you have to live outdoors. And so she just ended up kind of sitting inside and reading because she doesn't want to hang out outdoors. She hates the outdoors. Maybe not her greatest idea, just traveling to a place where she would have to sleep in tents and stuff like that. But anyway, so she's inside reading now. But she decided that she does want to take some great photos. So she did drag herself over to the Sphinx because she wanted a photo of the Sphinx. But once she got there, she was like, I want to go inside the Sphinx. So she went inside the Sphinx, and she was like, while I'm here, I want to explore and I want to go through the whole thing. So she had to step on the switch to deactivate some of the flaming, the flamethrower thingies on the ground, whatever you call those. But then she had to jump into this pool of water to get to the other side to push the statue. And this is where I realized that Lily has hydrophobia. So the poor girl is literally afraid of swimming, and I made her do this. But she's killing it. And I mean, she wanted to do it. She said she wanted to go through the tomb. So she kind of has to face the consequences and face her fears, I guess, which she did. She did really good. She's pushing the statue over so that she can get through. She's activating a switch inside this hole in the ground so that the staircase opens up. And here her nightmares come true for real, because she has to dive into this water with the violet water, because she had read a sign that the violet is the correct one. The violet way is the correct one, or something like that, which I could have guessed. All of the other ones are black or normal colored water, and there's one purple. You could have guessed that you had to hop into the purple one. But anyway, despite her fear of water, she did dive into the purple, activated a switch or something to open a door, I'm not sure. And then she examined this wall, but right as she was doing this, she was like, oh wait, actually it's my last day here and my plane is leaving right now. So she was abruptly pulled out of the tomb, out of the Sphinx, and had to hop on her plane back to Bridgeport. And here she is at the gym. And this next screenshot is really sad, and this I was kind of leaving this on a bit of a cliffhanger on the last episode, but yes, Candy Theme did pass away, unfortunately, but we did finish her lifetime wish, of course, as I told the story of that in last episode. But she has now officially, unfortunately, passed away. But she passed away from old age, you know. So yeah, and I like to think she was happy. She was satisfied with her life. But yeah, so the funeral was at Daisy's place, Daisy's apartment, which also fitting since this was Candy's first apartment in Bridgeport. So also quite fitting that it is also where they're having like her funeral. And yeah, they're all sad. Florian is here as well. I guess Lily was here too, but she is not in any of the screenshots. I hope she was there. I don't actually remember. And oh well, here she is at least. So Lily actually wanted to, or I interpreted it as she wanted to travel to Moonlight Falls because Moonlight Falls is where her mother Candy was born and raised, right? So she wanted to like check out Moonlight Falls. And also Lily is like, I mean, Lily is a witch. I don't know if I've clearly stated that all of the kids are witches, but they are. All the 3 children of Candy Theme are all witches. And Lily is like the one who wants to really do the witchy stuff, do the alchemy, lifetime wish, and she was really into the magic and the potions and all that stuff, as opposed to like her siblings are kind of like more living as normal people, but they just have witch powers. But yeah, so she travels to Moonlight Falls to check out the birthplace of her mother. Here, this is the city hall in Moonlight Falls. And she decided to immediately go up to some guy and cast a spell on him because, you know, that's cool. So she turned him into like an ice sculpture. This is actually freaky. I had never seen this before. This is like freaky. He's like completely ice now. But she did thaw him. She was nice enough to thaw him. So that's cool. Now he's a little singed instead. She did go to this place that offers alchemy lessons, which she was really stoked about because, you know, she loves the alchemy, all the alchemy stuff. So she was like, oh my god, there's a place in Moonlight Falls that offers alchemy lessons and there are teleporting phone booths. This is insane. She's like experiencing all the things that she like kind of, I guess, wish she would have grown up with. She's like, why did my mom move away from this place? This is amazing, you know, they got all the magic stuff, so fun. She's like, oh my god, there's even a place that has like an alchemy table setup where you can just like go there and use it with your own ingredients. So cool. And she also met this guy, and his name is Chauncey. She really thought he was cute, so they started flirting a little. They even kissed, trying to do that, you know, as you might have seen me do, because they're all shorties because of Candy's genetics. They're all shorties, so I'm doing that like movie trick where you grab the kiss from like a different angle so that it looks like they're kissing even though their lips aren't actually touching. I try to do that whenever they are kissing someone because the animations obviously don't line up when you have a height slider on your Sims. And they went stargazing, and she is now back in her apartment, and she is celebrating her birthday, you know, she's turning into an adult now. And she invited over Chauncey because, you know, she really likes him. I think they have like started dating officially at this point. So yeah, he is now her boyfriend. But if you guys remember, Lily does actually have commitment issues. So her next visit to Moonlight Falls, because she did go back because she loves it, but on her next visit she broke up with Chauncey because she's got commitment issues. So she's like, oh, wait a minute, I can't spend my life with a single person. This is not right. So she broke up with him. Now on to Daisy. She decided to actually also visit Egypt, Lily gave her some tips, talked about it, and Daisy was like, that sounds like the place for me. I really want to visit, I really want to go to all these cool places. Daisy, she loves traveling. I love Daisy. Daisy, to me, Daisy is such a girl boss. I don't know, I just love her. Just look at her on this trip, okay? She went to the Sphinx that Lily was in, and she was like, okay, Lily did not get to finish the job, so I will finish the job for her. So she's also setting up a tent. She loves setting up tents inside. I don't know what it is, but Daisy just loves setting up her tent inside. Gotta hide from the mummies, I guess. So she goes through all the doors, I guess, investigates this wall. This is where Lily did not have the time to go any further, I think, and she clears this rubble. Just look at her. She's and she's an adult. She's probably in her 50s, honestly, at this point, and she is just hacking away at this rubble on her own. I think she's such a girl boss. And she got to the end. She found this statue. I don't remember. She got something in the end. I don't remember what exactly, but yeah, she finished the Sphinx. She went to this temple. Is this a temple? I think it's a temple of some kind. But yeah, that was her trip. And now over to Florian, because remember we also have Florian. Don't forget Florian, okay? Because he will actually be coming pretty important from this point on. But he went to the pool and he met this lady whose name is Helen. Her name is Helen Stryker. But this marks the beginning of some very interesting genetics, because I don't know what sort of genetic lottery she had going on for her, but her sliders are so extreme. She has a very interesting face. But that being said, she might not be my type, but she certainly is Florian's type, because Florian thought that she was drop dead gorgeous. So he started flirting with her immediately. They kissed. Look at that. That is such a cute screenshot. See, and Florian is also a shorty, but again, I'm doing that movie fake kiss angle situation, which I'm getting good at capturing, and it's so cute, and it's raining, and it's so cute. And I gave her a little bit of a makeover here, but I wasn't sure how to style her even to make her look her best, because I find out later how to style her better. But at first I thought I have to pick a long hair that covers her face and her cheeks, so that it can conceal that weirdness. The more I played with her, the more I'm you know what, she looks interesting. She has some very interesting facial features, but the more I play with her, the more I actually like the way she looks. The more I'm you know what, I can appreciate the way she looks. I think she is quite beautiful in her own way. Maybe not exactly in this moment of her life, but later we'll see. But they went on a little date to the spring festival. Florian was dancing, because they always want to do that on the spring festival. Then he took her home and he got a little cutesy cuddly, and oh, what do you know, she's pregnant. Yeah, next time we see her, she just comes to our apartment all pregnant. Whoopsie, but Florian is really happy about it. So they're both real happy about it. Despite it being very much a surprise pregnancy, surprise baby. And there he is, little baby Harry. Named him Harry. And yeah, he's a little baby in a blue blanket, And they went on another date together, because Florian has something really important to ask Helen. and that is, will you marry me? And Helen said yes. So exciting, so cute. And here they are, they're on their wedding day. Florian actually painted her a little painting that he gave to her as like a gift on their wedding day, I guess. I don't know. Do people do that usually? I don't know. But Florian wanted to give her a gift. So I was like, well, you have kind of tried your hand at painting a little bit. So maybe you should try painting her something. I'm sure she's gonna appreciate it. Which she did. She loved it. So yay. And then here they are getting married. So cute. This one is a little cuter. Like, this is so cute. Look how he's like several inches shorter than her, but they're just so cute. And here now we are celebrating Harry's first birthday. So cute. And there he is, aged up into a toddler. And Helen immediately took him for a little stroller walk. So cute, all in her high heels and party attire, but why not, am I right? Gotta take the toddler for his first stroller ride. Here Florian and Helen are actually in France for their honeymoon. Helen went apple picking in the nectar yard, I guess. And Florian decided to run straight for the nectar and did some nectar tasting nectar. He tasted some nectar, and he even tried to make his own nectar. I think it was absolutely horrible quality, but at least he tried and he had fun doing it, I assume. But then he got into a fight with some dude, and I don't really know why, but I think he just wanted to pick a fight, so okay. And they ate some food together, and they went stargazing, and this is the view, you know, this beautiful night sky, starry night sky with lights and everything. Very beautiful. And here they are back in Bridgeport. I almost said Sunset Valley. Why? I don't know. But they're in Bridgeport, and Florian is throwing water balloons at some lady at the summer festival. And having a second baby, and the second baby is a boy named Ronald, and I'm sure you know what the theme is now. Yeah, it's Harry Potter for this generation, so you know it's Harry and this is Ron or Ronald. And oh, by the way, I think Ronald was actually conceived in France. Fun fact. Turns out she is like immediately pregnant again. And here Florian is playing with Harry, so cute. And oh my god, yeah, the stove's on fire, I guess. But I guess Helen is really good at putting it out. And I guess this is as good of a time as ever to address the fact that Helen actually, she came with the pyromaniac trait. I don't know how she would have got that, because I think the pyromaniac trait is a trait you get if you are the child of a firefighter? I think so. So I guess her dad, because I don't think Jessica Stryker was a firefighter. But maybe her dad was, really, so I don't know. But yeah, Helen has the pyromaniac trait, and all of our upcoming generations will all be born with the pyromaniac trait from now on, or at least for a good while. I don't really ever do anything with it, but yeah, just fun fact, they all are now, from now on, going to be pyromaniacs, secretly. And here she is playing with little Harry, and they're having their third child. Can you guess her name? I'll give you 3 seconds. Guess what her name is. It's Hannah No, it's Hermione. Of course, it's Hermione. And this is Ronald's first birthday party, I believe. They threw a party for Ronald. Yes, here he is, getting aged up. And here, now it's also Harry's birthday, like right after, I guess. So Harry is aging up into a child. So cute. And they actually decided to move into this other apartment. I guess this is an apartment. Yeah, it is, like, because you don't get this whole house. You get like the top floor. So yeah, they moved into this bigger apartment at least. But yeah, because they were living in Florian's like little first apartment that he got, and it was too small for 3 small children. So they moved in here, and Harry immediately wanted to go fishing because Harry actually loves the outdoors. So we got fishing. And here they are. Hermione has aged up at this point. She's a little toddler, so cute. And Ronald there as well, so cute. And here is Helen. So she is actually sleeping in her sleeping bag on the living room floor. And it's not really clear why she made this decision at first, because it's like, why won't you sleep in the bed with your husband? But she's actually she's not feeling great. She's really not like, she's really considering her life choices. She's just like, I don't know if this is the right life for me. And waking up the following morning on the living room floor, she's like, no, I'm absolutely sure this is not how it's going to end for me. So she actually just went and broke up with Florian. This is so sad. It was so sad when she wanted to do this, but yeah, they just divorced just like that after having 3 children. But you know, things happened. This was, if you're curious, this was her midlife crisis wish, in fact. And you know, it's a little sad when they do get those, but I think they don't always get those. Like, it's not like a thing that they always want to do it. So I think that they do come for a reason. Like the wishes, they really get the wishes that they do for a reason, and what's meant to happen is meant to happen. That's what I think, or that's like how I decide to interpret it, at least. I know some of them can really truly be random, like in terms of game coding or whatever, but I like to interpret it as what they want is like really what they want, and what happens is meant to happen. Kind of like, I don't like to interfere. If, you know, she wants to break up with him, she's gonna break up with him. So yeah, she really did not want to stay in this relationship. And you know, I'm sure it's nothing against Florian. Florian is a great person and a great dad, but I think it's more on Helen's part. She really didn't enjoy this life as much as maybe she thought she would. I think she felt that she was rushed into a marriage and a family that she wasn't really sure about. And she immediately, feeling better, she went to the salon and she got a bit of a makeover. And it's a very summery makeover, which is strange because I believe it's currently winter in Bridgeport, or at least fall. But the reason being why she got such a summery makeover is because she actually is going on a solo vacation to Isla Paradiso. This is like her way of like, okay, I just need to get out of this house and do something on my own, breathe some fresh air. So she decided to travel to Isla Paradiso, and she's going to stay here for 8 days in game. Rented a houseboat, this little houseboat for herself, which is really cute. She went to the beach, she talked to some guy, and she drove her houseboat. She decided to pick up street art, just like that, you know, Isla Paradiso, I'm gonna do some street art here, why not? So she did that on the walls and on the ground, and she went to the salon here in Isla Paradiso, and she actually got her hair cut. And this is the moment I realized how freaking good she looks in this short cut. Like, her face is just so beautiful in its own way, and with her hair like all around her face, you couldn't really, it just looked kind of strange, like you were trying almost to cover it up. I don't know how to explain why this is the case, but she just looks really good when her hair is short and out of her face, so that her facial features like get to shine in a way, but also like look intentional, you know? I don't don't know. I don't know how to describe why she looks better with short hair, but she just does. And she also got a new tattoo, a little anchor there. Isla Paradiso vacation. Houseboat vacation. Yes, anchor. You know what I mean. And she met this guy, and his name is Matthew. We will never see him again, but she did flirt with him, and they even had a little heat of the moment kiss. And now she is back in her apartment. You know, she came back from her vacation. Now it's like, okay, back to Bridgeport, back to my family, back to facing reality, kind of. Because this whole trip was almost like escape reality a little bit, get away from everything. And now she's like, okay, it's time to face the consequences. You know, what are we doing? We're gonna co-parent. I guess I'm gonna have to move out. You know, I can't live with my ex-husband, I guess. And you know, like, what's gonna happen now? We don't really know. But yeah, she is now back home at least. And this is the last screenshot I have to show you today. So thank you for watching. Since you watched all the way till the end, I have a question for you. How many times in this video did you hear me say the word cute? I'm just editing this and I'm hearing myself say the word cute over and over and over and over and over and over again. So if it wasn't obvious already, I think this game is cute. Adorable, if you will. But yeah, someone please count for me and tell me in the comments how many times did I actually say the word cute in this video. But anyways, that's all for this video and this episode. See you in the next one. Bye! So she went to the swing... Blah, 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 blah. The Paradiso... Blah, blah, blah.